All right, go ahead and open it up for questions here in the room. Proceed to keep it. Sure.
For you guys, just after that first half, it seemed like everything was rolling, had like 48 points, and then that third quarter hit. Just what happened during that third quarter?
We just had a lull. They elevated and we stayed the same. And then we got going again in the fourth, but you can't do that when you're playing really good teams. You can't do that in this league. And yeah.
Did they do anything defensively and also when you're in it, you know, after 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, what is the conversation like?
I mean, honestly, the shots that we were taking just were in and out. They weren't bad shots. The shots we were making the first half. And when you have, you know, shots that kind of do that, or offense kind of gets stagnant and you're not getting stops as well, it makes it feel a lot worse. And so we got to do a better job as a whole, figuring out what we could do to break the momentum of the other teams to kind of get us going as well. So that's just on us, and that's a learning experience that we'll figure out and get back to work up on it.
That's good.
Yeah, Jewell. First, I'm curious with Connecticut, new head coach this year. Do they play any different compared to when they were under Kurt Miller?
Yes and no. I don't know. I mean, the players it's hard to change how players play in general. Defensively, I think they're still aggressive defensively. They have great, you know, ability on the ball screens. They high hedge. They've always been really good in the passing lanes. That's kind of been their MO. You know, I think they use on the offensive side, they go inside a lot, but I think they've always done that. So I don't know. I mean, they seem about the same, respectfully. I don't know if that's like a shag or not, but I don't know. They're good. They're a good ass team.
Yeah. No, I'm just curious because a lot of the same personnel, like you said, but new coach. Also talk about your teammates' performance there, double, 11 points, 13 rebounds.
Yeah, you know, her activity level is what makes her unique in this league. You know, the more she's active, the better she is. And, you know, when she's calm and understands what she needs to be doing on the court, she's magnificent. And that's what we need. And that's what we see from her every day in practice. And you guys are seeing it. And it's exciting to see her growth throughout the season, and she's staying with it. And she makes me very proud.
And Jordan, for you, I thought especially in the second quarter, you and Jewell were working well off of each other, some pick and roll action and stuff. Just talk about kind of the rapport you're building with Jewell.
I mean, Jewell, she doesn't really need too much of anything. Whenever she give me the eyes, I just know, okay, I got to come screen. But like I said, she's a great player. So, I mean, she'll make something out of nothing. Just trying to, you know, build our chemistry. But it's all in the eyes. I just look at her eyes and see what she wants. We getting there though.
Yeah, sure. What can you say about her shooting efficiency? And I mean, Jordan Horston, I don't mean to talk to her like she's not here.
No.
Yeah. I'm looking at the box score. She's 5 for 10 and obviously the 13 rebounds, but just her focus now in her execution on the offensive end.
She's just in a rhythm. You know, I think her ability to just elevate in the lane helps her a lot. Rarely does she get her shot blocked. You know, she has a nice touch around the rim. So if she's in the short pocket, that's usually, you know, we tell her we want her to shoot more. And that's what her assignment is to find little pockets, shoot those little floater shots, and then as well as, you know, backing up for the three. So I think we've done a better job of making sure she's in the right spots to be efficient. And she's been more aggressive to looking to score, which we need her to do. So that's the work she's put in, not really us. It's, you know, her growing as a rookie and understanding the game of basketball.
And then the ability to get the 13 rebounds. Is that something that
They told me when I came in to go get the rebound, and that's what I did. Just went and track the ball down.
I mean, you have a 40-inch vert. It makes it a lot easier.
that's simple?
That's it.
Going after the ball.
Just go get the ball.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We all good?
Charles,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously frustrated with the loss, but considering how good this Connecticut team is and to see the sort of fight that you guys put up, is that encouraging to go into the, you know, next day and say, hey, you know, put out a good effort, obviously not complete, you're not happy with that part, but just to see that and see that you hung with them. Does that encourage you, at least Jewell, just seeing that from this group?
I think the identity of this team is, you know, we play fast and we fight. I think that's what we've been. Now that's who we are. And, you know, we understand our expectations in the locker room. and what we want to do as a whole and where we're trying to go. And to do that, you have to be locked in and you have to compete no matter who's on the floor, no matter who you're playing against. And that's just basketball in general. It's just going out there and holding yourself accountable, holding your teammates accountable. And that's what we do every time we're on the floor. And we see that. And we're never, for us, we never feel like we're so out of games. We want to compete. We want to get there. And that's what you want to have on a, championship team, on a playoff team, on a team that's rebuilding, whatever it is. You want to have that fight. And we do here in Seattle.
And to second that, my bad.
No. I was.
Okay. The second that, I feel like I don't know why people be like surprised that we be in games, because I mean we expect that. Like we go into the games thinking, okay, we finna knock them off. It's not like, oh yes, we in the game. Oh, we only lost by 6. No, we wanna win. Like we competitors. Like so, I feel like no, we're not happy that we lost because we feel like we can beat that team. We feel like we can beat any team. So it's encouraging, I guess you could say, for us to, for y'all to see that, we can play like that, but we got to just learn how to finish and like how to capitalize on certain things. But I mean, it's all growing pains. It's a new team, but I'm like, it's definitely encouraging. But no, we belong in this league. We're competitors. And I don't know why people are shocked that, we're in games with people. I mean, I know we're young. I get it. I guess that's the reason you guys are shocked. But if you're a competitor, you're a competitor. It's basketball at the end of the day. And I feel like, we got a lot of people who simply compete.
Kind of building off of that, the average height of Connecticut is just a little bit taller. How do you feel like that game plan kind of worked, being a smaller team against them and, maybe going on to play them in the future or other, bigger teams? How do you feel like you kind of measured up in that sense?
Honestly, I think we define our physicality down low. I mean, we have size too, but we also have athletes. So our ability to just be vertical and contest shots is there. And, that's just credit to how athletic this team is. So I think obviously their length is effective for them defensively, but at the same time, I trust what we do. And I mean, we define.
Yes, you have one more? I feel like you were really saying this.
Yep.
Similar to that, just Jordan, talk about the challenges defensively going up against either like an Alyssa Thomas or Brianna Jones in the paint.
Yeah, I mean, they're just very physical. We knew that coming in. Definitely bully ball type of team. We just had to match their physicality. But yeah, they're pretty strong.
How strong is AT?
Look. Okay. She didn't really body me, bro. I feel like I held my own down in the post. I mean, we only went down there maybe twice. So she only scored on me once. But she didn't body me. I didn't get one. I didn't take one to the gut today.
It's fine.
So I feel like
It's fine.
yeah. But off season for sure, I'm getting stronger. No cap. Y'all gonna see a difference.
Was that a clean block that you had lately?
Oh, don't.
Y'all
we're not-
seen
yeah,
it.
you guys.
Yeah, we can't say nothing about that.
No, we can.
Oh, we can.
I'll say it for you.
Okay.
You don't want to get fined.
They find
I'll take the hit for you. I mean, it's unbelievable. We have a list of stuff to send in. I mean, oh God, it's awful. It's like Pee Wee basketball. The calls are like that.
very, very emotional.
Yeah, it's bad for everybody.
All right, we'll go ahead and wrap it
Yeah.
up.
Y'all hit a nerve with that one.
We'll take that. Here, Jack.
Hey, coach.
Hi.
You guys had like 48 points at halftime. I believe at the time you were shooting like 48%. Things were rolling. Then that third quarter hit, 3 for 17. Just what happened during that stretch?
It just felt like a lid was on the basket. I thought that we got decent shots. We got to the rim, missed some bunnies, and we stopped kind of doing the things that got us the lead in efficiency in the first half. So it was difficult third quarter, but the other 3 quarters I thought we were pretty decent.
And it seemed like again with like Jewell that she's able to like get it going, make some tough shots,
Yeah.
but finding I guess more scoring sources or
Mhm.
or like scoring out.
Yeah, I think Evie had a tough game today. Wasn't efficient offensively, and we had some sporadic scoring. I think we do need some consistency from our group in general, And, you know, when other players contribute on the offensive end, it helps tremendously to have multiple scorers. But again, going against a very good defense, it's tough.
Thank you.
First, coach, I'm curious, what are noticeable differences with Stephanie White at the head coach as opposed to Kurt Miller with Connecticut?
Their pace is different. You know, still not shooting a lot of threes, but I think, you know, they offensively with Kurt, I think, you know, he was very particular about what they ran and who they ran it for. You know, Thomas is playmaking way more, bringing the ball up and utilizing ball screens a lot more. Just a little, I think the spacing is a little bit different in their pace, I would point to.
And then Connecticut dominated in points in the paint, 52-30.
Yeah.
Just talk about how difficult it is to stop Thomas, Brianna Jones, and the like.
Yeah, it's extremely difficult. They live in the paint. A majority of their offense is twos, and that is from post-ups, that is from getting downhill into the paint. They are difficult because of their size and their length. They pose mismatches in every position, honestly. DB plays a wing, but she's as tall as the post player. So, you know, they're just very physical and they get to where they want to get to, and they're very efficient as well.
And on a positive note, rookie Jordan Horston has a double-double, 11 points, 13 rebounds. Talk about what you saw from her and especially her ability to rebound.
It helps us tremendously. Her athleticism and her ability to just give us some extra possessions offensively, take the load off of Ezzy from the rebounding load. You know, again, just getting into the paint and allowing us to get some easier looks from two, just because she's athletically gifted. I think that helps. She's done an amazing job as a rookie. And when she rebounds like that and can be consistent with some scoring, hit a couple of 1-3, that's good. We just have to get her to the free throw line. And, you know, once again, she's defending a very top player in Alyssa Thomas and doing it, and NDB as well. We played her at the three a little bit, and she showed that she can provide some good things there. So it's good to see her.
And just talk about the chemistry between her and Jewell, especially in the second quarter. They were running some really good pick and roll action and stuff, and I found like they were finding each other.
Yeah, they were. Second half, they started trapping Jewell way more. And so we couldn't get that action as much as we did in the first half. But, you know, for her to be able to, set good screens. I thought that in general, I thought our team set way better screens today to give us some open looks. But her athleticism at the rim, you can give it to her at the rim. You can give it to her in a pocket for her to be a playmaker because she's a big guard and she can see. So there are good things happening there. She's continuing to grow and learn, you know, where we want her, the pace that she needs to play at, and how to attack defenses.
Just going back to, and I don't want to belabor the third quarter, but going back to your opening comment or the question, you said that you stopped doing some things in the third quarter, and then obviously you kind of corrected those. From a teaching perspective, you know, what was the message like, and is that a growth point, obviously, because you came back in the fourth?
I don't think we started the game well either. You know, we missed a jump ball, gave up a layup, foul, missed 2 free throws. I just think our starts to those 2 quarters were indicative of how that quarter went. Obviously, in the first, we picked it up, but the teaching point is we have to hold ourselves accountable, especially after halftime, and not settle, continue our focus, and do exactly what we did to get us here. Now, obviously, we adjust as the game adjusts, but I thought we got away from our transition ball screens, area of the floor ball screens. I thought we defensively kind of were not communicating as much, missed some of the defensive assignments. And so that's just focus a lot of the times. And it is, as coaches, we can say and tell and do on the floor in the moment. That's the teaching point. We have to we have to turn the corner.
Did the physicality of the game, that the team was focused at times?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, Jewell was getting no leave on her. She was getting denied and all those things, and still able to score 33, which is good. But they disrupted us in other ways as well. Their denials, their pressure on our post players. But I actually I thought we were okay with their physicality. A lot of times, historically, when we play Connecticut, I feel like we get bullied. I didn't think we got bullied today. It was about a matter of execution and focus and just locking in those crucial moments. We can't be roller coaster. We have to be even killed.
Just, last one is Jordan talked about, I think we asked her something about, well, are you okay with this game? And in her best way, she was like, no, we want to win every game. I don't know, she wasn't saying it in this tone, but just the expectation. She said, we're as good as anybody out there. And I'll paraphrase and say it's almost like there's no more victories in what they're out to do.
Good. She was listening to me in the post game. It's true. There aren't the expectation for our group in our locker room is our reasonable expectation is to continue to get better every single day. And that is a very good expectation for this group. Now, we are in a game and winning at halftime with the number 2 team in this league. That's not enough though. And that's we have to want more. And how do we get over the hump and how do we expect more? That is just in our effort and what we do. But if I come into a game or a moment, I'm like, oh, we're not even supposed to be here anyway. Then I relax a little bit. No, we're supposed to be here because we are here. That's our growth for this team. We are capable of being in games and winning games in this league. And for this young group to see that and experience that, I love that early on to know that this is going to help us, for now and in the future. But the expectation can't just be, we did okay against Connecticut. No, we can be in games and potentially beat these teams who are top in the league.
You touched on the physicality a little bit, but so far in the season, you all have played some of the, tallest teams in the league, big post presence. How have you liked your game plan when it comes to those taller teams? Any adjustments going into playing those teams the second time?
Yeah, we've matched up with our length, that is Mercedes, and our physicality. Her physicality in the post matters. I like our game plan about, keeping people off of their sweet spots and bringing disruption where needed, trapping and all of those things. And we'll continue, it's early, we'll continue to get better and grow in those areas. But I think we're doing a good job. Ezzy is holding it down, coming over and blocking shots. And I think it starts with those two, Ezzy and Sadie's, to hold it down.
And you talked about Ivana, maybe not being great offensively tonight, but have you seen kind of her step up to the plate as that starting point guard, leadership wise and communication wise? I have. She's very confident in what she does. She's been playing professional basketball for a long time, and I know not in the W, but there's something to say about being young and experience what she has experienced on that level. And I think that's what she's brought. She's brought poise. She's brought confidence. She's a high IQ player. She also plays on the other side of the ball. She plays defense. She's aggressive, and she always, wants to be and do more. So I've seen a lot of growth in her, and we will continue to put her in positions on the floor to be successful. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of being said, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it was warranted. Ebony just asked why if we can't talk to the referee. That's what she just asked her question. In mine, I just felt like Jewell got a blindsided screen on the back end. And the referee was right in front, and I didn't think that she was watching that play. Thought that should be a call. I will ride or die for our players, and if I feel like there's a play that needs to be talked about or whatever it is, I will do that. And that's what that was. I didn't even curse, Jeff. I didn't curse. I didn't even get my money's worth. On Juneteenth, they got me actually crazy. Didn't even curse. No, I was across the court. You can't hear me that far away. Who knows? Goodness. Not the day after Juneteenth, let me say that. Thank you.
Pretty short practice tomorrow. Playing and coming, it'll be